Hi, this is Rev Carolyn Harvill from the Louisville Center for Spiritual Living, and thank you for joining me. I wanted to tell you a few of the things that are coming up and give you a little synopsis of Sunday. First, next Sunday, the 12th of January, we're going to have a meeting after the service, just for an hour, and we're going to talk about where we are now and where we want to go and how we want to get there. And so we really are encouraging everyone who can to come and join us and give us your ideas, give us your feedback, because we really need that right now. Now, we know that some can't join us on a Sunday for whatever reason, and that's why we're doing Monday night, 7 o'clock, a Zoom meeting. And we will be sending out a reminder of that on Thursday. So it will have the connection to the Zoom website. And so we encourage you, if you can't be with us on Sunday, or even if you are with us on Sunday, and you want to come back and further the discussion on Monday night, that would be great. We would love to see you. The Sunday after that is Tilly Sunday, and that's where we bring things that are we don't no longer need, and they're still in great shape, but we think it's time for them to have a new home. And so we bring them and we put them out, and if people see things that they like or that they can use, then they take them, and it's just great. So you bring something you want to release, and you take something that you've just been looking for everywhere. I think that's as far as I want to go with your announcements toward what's coming up. And so I want to talk about the talks for January. It is a tradition in the United Centers for Spiritual Living to do the month of January on the basics. And so that's what we will be doing. We take the first 4 chapters of the Science of Mind text, and we talk about them through the month of January. On Sunday of this week, we talked about, in the beginning, God. Before the first atom was created, before anything was created, God. And we are made of that substance, because nothing was made without the creative power of Spirit. And so we are part of that, and we are just close. I mean, we're part of it. It's us. We're it. And so it gives us such power and understanding to learn what our gifts are and to learn how to express them. One of the things that we touched on was the different names for God. Spirit, I am, all powerful, all knowing, and divine intelligence, divine love, and just a myriad of other names that people have found work for them to relate to the one. And so encourage you to think about, what words do you use? Ernest Holmes used, in that first chapter, the thing itself. Not because he was trying to be disrespectful or anything else. He was trying to give us a way to look at this in a more logical and straightforward way, to rid ourselves of the attachments that come with God. Old white man sitting on a throne somewhere in heaven with gold streets and all of that. And to understand that it's not that at all. We have given God human attributes, and really it is God that gives us the attributes of courage, creativity, positivity. All of those things. Creativity is the gift that makes us most express Spirit. And so figure out what it is that you like to use as the name, and then think about whether or not you want to change it, or you like it, or you want to mix it up and use something else another time. So we talked about that. And then we talked about Enrico Erica. And he is a Science of Mind minister, but he early on decided to make a study of the Bible. Ernest Holmes, with his writings and all, refers to the Bible many, many times. And he was a deep respecter of Jesus and thinking that he was the most incredible human being born yet, because he knew who he was. He was spirit. So he talks about that, and he talks about lots of different things. He studies the Bible. He went back and learned the Aramaic language, studied it extensively to understand it. And he can read the Bible in Aramaic. So that makes his interpretations go back to the original text. And just one of the things that he points out is that the word for love and the word for fear are the same word. Now, if you're writing love versus fear, you add a little tick to the letter. It's just a little small mark. And if you're speaking it, it's the inflection of your voice that says that you're talking about fear or you're talking about love. But his question, and based on that, was, what if it had been translated love? Instead of fear your God, love your God. Love. It's what it's all about. Every day in every way is love. And if that had been the translation, how would we be living in a different world today? Because if everyone was taught love from a young child, and they listened to it in whatever way they did, then there just would not be the jealousy and the hatred and the greed that we have. Because in loving, you're not out for yourself. You're out for everyone. So we talked about that. And I also wanted to mention two gifts. The love and freedom are the gifts that we are given. They are the things that make our experiences unique. Because while we have love, we also have freedom. Freedom of choice. Freedom to do or not to do. And that will shape our lives for a unique experience. It doesn't change what we are, spirit. And so the power to express these gifts is part of the gift, and the freedom to choose. And so as we express the gifts of love and we choose freedom in all of our daily things that, in the way we work with people and the way we think about our finances and the way we think about our health, it would change everything if we love and express that word versus the word fear all the time. Consciousness is everything that happens around you. It is the things you say, the things you think, the things you do, the things that other people do around you, what they think. All of that is consciousness. The individual consciousness is based on their own personal history, what they've been through, what they've experienced, their interpretation of those things create their cosmos, the world that they live in. And so it is up to us to decide what cosmos we want to live in. I don't see his name here. There is a quote, Chesterfield, a quote by Chesterfield that says, your faith, your spirit, your understanding of God is not based on religion. It is based on the cosmos you live in. So think about that. What is it that you have chosen to see as the way it works, as the way life is, as the way your life is? What is that doing to your relationship with spirit? And is there a way that you could change that? Would you want to change that? So that's, in a nutshell, what we talked about on Sunday. And I hope that something has piqued your interest and you will take an interest in studying more of it, or understanding greater what the principles are that we speak of. The divine infinite is spirit, and the divine principle is what is the first cause, the beginning of this whole thing, because once that was all it was, just the I am. And now it is the guy I am with millions and millions of parts. So I leave you with a word of encouragement to know that you are loved. Know that Spirit is always with you. And know that you have a place to share where you're going and what you're doing. You can find your one that's right for you. We hope that sometime you might give us a chance. Now, thank you. We'll be here next week, and have a wonderful week.